Welcome back to Sunrise Daily, focusing on the social intervention program. You were highlighting some of the states that are participating or have even gone ahead and played the role or the other. Could you just tell us about that one?
Yes, we started the homegrown school feeding program in Anambra, Ebonyi, Osun, Oyo, Delta, Abia, Enugu, and Zamfara. Right now, we're feeding children. We started in Delta this week, actually. So we've been waiting for them to onboard because they have to utilize banks, they have to open accounts, and we insisted on their opening accounts because even though some of the cooks actually own bank accounts. The accounts? The cooks.
Oh. So this is not about whether or not you're a PDP or an APC state?
At all. At all.
This is for all states?
This is for everybody. It's a level playing field. This is why it's different. We're trying to insulate our programs from a lot of the usual culprits.
Can we say that the success of this program is largely dependent on how the states take it in?
Oh yes, but we're also making sure that we're paying our beneficiaries directly, so no state gets any funds. And we have a very lean team at the top, deliberately, so that we get the states, we guide them, and we get the states to drive.
By lean team, you're talking about how many people?
Well, it depends on which office. It depends on which office. We're actually, maybe you'll be speaking with them anyway. The biggest team is the Social Safety Net office run by Mr. Papka. He is, all the World Bank assisted projects have been moved from finance to NASCO. That's the name of the organization.
Cash transfer?
Yes. We're doing the cash transfers based on a register that we're developing. That register is for the poor and the vulnerable, and we're using 3 methods of targeting. We're doing geographical mapping, we're doing community-based targeting, and we're also doing the PMT, the proxy means testing. To be able to select 80 people per ward, it has to be the community that selects, that identifies what poverty means in their own context. Because we have different, variations of poverty, right? Who is poor in Kaduna may not be as poor in Madagali, in Adamawa. And our mandate is to go around this country. So what we're doing is we're asking the community in different groups, focus group discussions, what is poverty to you? If we say we're going for everybody below the poverty line, the numbers would overwhelm us.
I think the first time we heard about people getting paid on the NPower program was December last year, wasn't it?
Yes.
And so when you think about the fact that this administration promised in 2015 that this was going to be one of their focal points, one of the major pillars, it would seem, and we're just 2 years we're 2 years already into this administration, and we're just still talking about just starting. For instance, the school feeding program is only covering 7 states as we speak.
As I explained to you, we have to wait for the states to come back to us with the information. We guide them, we share the framework, but if there are hiccups at state level, we have to wait for them because we are not going to allow for instance, the cooks that are coming back to us. The literacy rates are quite low because they're community women, so we have challenges and hiccups with their BVN numbers. We send all the information they send to us to NIBS. We're working very closely with NIBS. NIBS comes back to us to say, oh, only 56% of your list are actually credible. Their names match with the BVN number and the account number. So we can only pay for those 55. We're not going to compromise on the integrity of the process. And then as the cooks on board properly, we now pay them. That's the way it's going. And unless the states give us the information of the number of primary schools there, the number of students or pupils in the school, all of that, we can't just barge in and work with them. So everything has had to be dependent on how fast and how authentic the information is to us.
Well, considering, the fact that this is one of the promise of the administration, would you say that it will be right for you to go and lobby the state governors to step on board this thing as quickly as they can?
We've actually been lobbying, but this is a country that is really diverse, and people come back to you at different rates, and there's really so much one can do. I've visited, and many of our staff have visited. We have 18 states now that are ready, but they're coming back to us with the information. As I said, we're working with NIBS, and NIBS is having to go through all of this information to give us a success rate based upon which we now start paying the cooks.
What's your target for the Anchor Borrowers Program?
It's not under us. The Anchor Borrowers Program is with CBN. It's with CBN. Ours is Empower, Cash Transfer, and Jeep.
So you don't have a partnership with the CBN to push this?
No. If at all there's a partnership, we have Agro, Empower, youth that have said they want to be part of the agricultural extension workers.